And there we go. All right, so doing well. Game one of the World Series starting today. Very exciting stuff, right?
It is exciting, Evan. Like it never gets old. This is going to be my second World Series. Very excited for all this.
Yeah, so like you said, it's your second World Series. You got the first chance in 2019 with the Nationals and Astros. That went to 7 games, was an incredible series. So can you just describe for me what that was like back in 2019 and what it means for you to get a chance to do this again on baseball's biggest stage?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know what? It was my first World Series was amazing. I think it's the only time in actually Major League history that the team that won the World Championship never won a home game. So that's something that has never been done. So that was exciting just on that aspect of the history and stuff. But you know what? It was back in 19. It was so real. It's kind of a blur because it was my first, and it was so exciting to have my family with me and my friends, and it was just a good experience.
And on that note of family and friends, you are on the road for the majority of the year calling all these games throughout the baseball season. So is it hard being on the road for so many months of the year? And what's the most rewarding part of it all?
Another good question, Evan. You know what? It's just part of the life. Me and my wife, Margarita, talk about it all the time. The sacrifices being on the road. It's tough being away from my 2 daughters and my wife. But at the same time, I love what I do. So when it's time to put the uniform on and do the games, that's easy. But the hard part is getting on a plane every 3 days and checking in a hotel every 3 days. That's the hard part, being away from the family.
Yeah, I'm sure. And do you feel any added pressure calling such a big game? You know, there's going to be millions of people watching, especially this series with Yankees and Dodgers. We're going to have viewers in Japan, you know, across the oceans with Shohei Ohtani. So big international audience as well. So is there any kind of added pressure that you feel on yourself on this big stage?
Evan, you're killing this. Yeah, you know, the way you just put all that, yeah, it sounds like it's you know, the buildup for this is amazing. You know, Yankees, Dodgers, what a series. But you know, at the same time, I've been doing this for a long time, and you know what, I always have jitters if it's you know, a game in April or a game today. I'm still going to get excited. Yeah, the stage is a little bit bigger than in April, but than it is in April, but it's going to be exciting, and I'm sure the jitters are going to be right there, and I'm going to be excited for it. But at the same time, I have a job to do, and that'll calm down really fast, and just got to get what I have to do.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. So I have a kind of a personal question. I'm a big baseball fan myself. So do you have, you've been umpiring in the major leagues for over 25 years now. So throughout the years of umpiring, do you have a distinct player interaction that you consider your favorites? You know, you've interacted with all kinds of major league legends, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's speaking of that, who's your favorite team, Evan? I mean, if you're a big baseball fan.
I'm actually a humongous Yankees fan. I'm born and raised from Long Island. Yeah, so just outside of the city. So I'll be pulling for the Yanks in this one.
There you go. So there you go. Evans on the Yankee board right there. No, you know what? I think the 26 years that I've been in the major leagues, the interactions and different situations I've had is all unique. I think probably the only one that I kind of a story I tell is with the legendary manager Lou Piniella. You know, when Lou was younger and when he, you know, just started managing, he was pretty intense individual. I had an interaction with him, and when he was a manager at Seattle, it was a day game, and it was just one of those games that wasn't going right for the home team Mariners, and Lou just came out to argue a still play at second base, and shocking enough, he just wanted to get ejected. It was just a hot day in Seattle, and He's just like, you know what, I've just seen enough, and I ended up ejected him. It was kind of like one of those commercials, kind of where you see like just have a good dinner, and just shaking your head, and he just wanted to go. And Lou was always a very respectful to the umpires later in his career, and a very, very nice man.
Yeah, and that was actually going to be my next question. What's the most memorable manager ejection that you have? So I guess the Lou Piniella one was good. And the one that I always remember from Lou Piniella is when he gets, I don't remember which umpire it was, but it was when he was the manager with the Cubs and he kicked the dirt on the umpire. That's the one that sticks out to me. So I'm also curious now, speaking of managers that kind of have that reputation of, being a little bit more emphatic, I guess, when they don't agree with the call. I know Aaron Boone is a perfect example of that. So do you guys get kind of any heads up saying like, okay, here's what you need to look out for if this happens, this particular manager has more likelihood of disagreeing with one of your calls?
No, you know what, Evan? It's an even playing field. Most of the stuff you see on TV, on Sports Center or on your sports show at night, if it's interacting with the umpire, you know what, it's more made up of what it is, because you know what, again, they're going to get ejected and things happen. Things happen time to time, but it's pretty much most of the time just very professional. They know they're going to see you again. You're going to see them again. So it's a professional thing. And again, it's things happen on the field, and you just got to take care of it.
And I guess last thing on players and managers, do you ever get? I know some of the players on that field, especially someone like an Aaron Judge, is just a behemoth at the plate, and they're just like, I would, if it were me behind the home plate, I would be a little intimidated just by the size of the guy. So does that ever cross your mind? Like, oh wow, this guy is huge. Wow, I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Yeah. Aaron Judge he's a very tall person, and very not only he's tall, but he's a very nice individual. Aaron Judge is a very, very respectful, always says hi, and how you doing, and he's a very nice guy. So at that though, when you look at him in the batter's box, it's pretty intimidating. He's a large man, and also a good player though.
Yeah, absolutely. And then last question, what games can we expect to see you behind the dish?
Just one game, Evan, and that would be game 4. I'm starting at second base today, and we work a seven person crew, which once I get to first base, the following night I will be off the field, that would be game 3, and then on game 4 I'd be behind home plate.
All right, awesome. Well, we'll look out for you.
Awesome, Evan. Thank you for interview, and good luck to you, and hope to meet you sometime in person.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you so much, Doug. And again, best of luck with, all the moving around, all the travel, all the calling, everything you got to do. So yeah, best of luck. And I really got to say, really respect what you guys do as a Major League umpire. It's a very, very tough job, I'm sure.
Thank you, Evan. I really appreciate it. And like I said, just want to give a little shout out to all my friends and family back home that couldn't make it, and my lovely wife Margarita, and my 2 daughters Mia and Maya. Love them to death, and my family too. So
all right, awesome. Thank you so much, Doug, again, for your time. Best of luck tonight, and then throughout the series.
Thank you, Evan. Take care of yourself.
You got it. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.